Welcome to the Ruby on Rails tutorial. This is a brief introductory screencast just to show you some of the things you get with your purchase. This is the Ruby on Rails tutorial downloads here. And the book, as always, is available for free online in its entirety. It's actually right here. And then also available as EPUB, MOBI, and PDF. And then this is the download section for the videos. It's lessons 1 through 12, and you'll see lesson 0, but I don't have lesson 0 here right now because I'm recording lesson 0 right now. The main reason for this introduction is to show you that even though these lessons are really long in some cases, such as say lesson 8, which is more than 2 hours long, in fact you can break them down into smaller pieces if you want. So let me show you how that works. This is lesson 8 in QuickTime. You can go to the start here, and you can see it's actually 2 hours, 9 minutes, 46 seconds. It's really long. So I just clicked on it. This is how much time it is total, and if you click on it again, you see the little negative sign there. It shows how much time is remaining. But the most important thing in this context is this button here. If you click this, you get access to all of the section markings. And these correspond very closely to the sections in the book. So for example, if we go over here and look at the table of contents, in chapter 8, there's a section called the login method. If we go back here, you can see that right here, the login method. And if you look at the times here, you can get a sense of how long this is until the next section. So the login method is here. If you wanted just to watch from the login method up to current user, you can see that that's just a little less than 5 minutes. So generally speaking, the lessons are as long as they have to be to capture the full narrative arc. In this case, that narrative arc takes a little over 2 hours, about the length of a regular movie. But by using these section markers, you can break it into smaller pieces if you want. And just to show you a second way of looking at it, this is VLC, another common viewer for videos. And in VLC, you can go to playback chapter and see the same thing. It doesn't have the times, but if you look at the time down here, the bottom right, and then go to the next one, you can get a sense of how long they are. Sometimes people ask me the best strategy for using the book with the videos, and I think the answer depends on your personal learning style and also just what mood you're in. So the videos go into a lot more detail in terms of hand-holding, going through step by step, but it's probably easier to follow along if you're actually writing code using the book, especially since for things like gem files and so on, you can copy and paste. Let's take a look at the book again. Here it is. I suggest trying out different strategies to see which works best for you. My guess is that if you are in a mood to do some really active learning, that the book is better for that, or you can read along and actually type in code and so on. But sometimes you're in the mood just to sit back and absorb things a little more passively, and for that the screencasts are great. But of course you can also follow along with the screencasts if you want. Finally, I'd like to mention that there are full solutions to all the exercises in the book. It's available here. You can just look at the online version. The exercises are optional, but I think it's a really good idea to solve them as you go along. So here's chapter 3, for example. The solutions are useful as a reference, but I think it's really important to try solving the exercises before consulting them. You may be surprised at how much you can learn, even if you're not able to solve the exercise right away. So taken together, the Ruby on Rails tutorial book, videos, and solutions give you all the tools you need to lay a solid foundation for Ruby on Rails development specifically and web development generally. At this point, you're ready to move on to lesson 1, from zero to deploy. Let's get started.